Hello, my lovely YouTubers! We are in beautiful, sunny Jacksonville, Florida today for the Orchid show. I'm so excited. I can't wait to take you guys around. I have never been to this Orchid show, so, you know, in true Orchid show style, you really have to dress for the occasion. So I've got my combat boots on, you know, in case I have to kick a bitch in the face. Get back from my Cattleya Dowiana. I'm gonna buy that. Get away from it. It's mine. It's mine. So let us get inside. Let us get walking. I have to go somewhere. I have to do something. I'm just so excited. I've got the demons running all through me. This is like a really beautiful location. Look at the water. It's a beautiful location to have an orchid show. I am so excited. I don't know if you guys can even see me. There we go. Okay. So, yes, let us go. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Guys, can you feel the excitement? Can you feel it? Oh yeah. I can't walk fast enough. Come on, legs. Come on, legs. Move faster. Move faster. Oh my goodness. It's a crisp day. It's like, I don't know, 60 degrees, so it's not like super warm, but it's not super cold either. So it was incredibly crowded at this event, so I only have the silent viewing with some music added to it for you guys to see the show. That's why I came early, because I figured it would be crowded. I was told this was the second best orchid show in Florida, number one being Redlands Orchid Show, which is in May of this year. Unfortunately, I will not be able to go to that one because I'm going to Europe, which is a huge bummer because big vendors from all over the world come to Redlands. So if you get a chance to go to Redlands, take some pictures for me, please. So get to the show early, pre-order if you can. There's tons of other tips. I mean, you could bring your own box because vendors will typically give you a bag to put it in, but if you're going to be carrying it around for a while, I've even seen people bring like rolly carts, which, I mean, that's dedication right there. I don't have a rolly cart. I'm sure I'll become that person eventually, but I've never been to a show where I've wanted more than like an armful, I guess, so. But it is a really beautiful day, and I'm so glad that I got to show you guys this orchid show. Is this too low? I don't know. I'm trying to include him in the shot. So one of you guys asked if I would have Ace in my next video, so here he is in all his glory. He is a 5-year-old German Shepherd, and you've probably seen him in some of my background videos in the background. So he's pretty camera shy though. It was kind of hard to get him to stay still. He likes to roam around the yard and basically be on the patrol for intruders because we have so many of those. Hair, stop getting in my mouth. What do we think of the nails? Are they... I don't know. My friend said, she was like, it's not my style, but they look cute on you, which is basically girl talk for I don't like them. Okay guys, so I just got back from the Jacksonville Orchid Show, which had its good and its bad, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about both. The good was that it was free to attend. There were tons of vendors, more vendors than I've seen at any other show so far, and it was really, really cool to see all of the flowers there. There was such a wide variety of flowers. Now for the bad. The bad was I didn't get to enter any of the raffles because they were going to do the drawings on Sunday, which was unfortunate because I saw a couple raffle plants that I really, really wanted. Likeliness was probably pretty low on me winning one because it was so incredibly crowded. So that's bad part number 2. It was so crowded that it was hard to get to the vendors. There were so many people crowded around them that you basically had to, you know, elbow your way through. That's why I wore my combat boots. Luckily, I didn't have to, you know, foot kick anybody, you know, in the face, but, you know, I wore them just in case. So, really, really crowded. That was another bad part. Then comes the actual plants that the vendors had. It seemed like it went more towards one particular genus, and that was the Dendrobium. Nothing against Dendrobiums in particular, but I am just not a huge collector of them. I collect more Cattleyas, and it seemed like the Cattleyas were ones that are massively produced, and I'm not really into that whole thing. I'm not all about that. So it was kind of a bummer, but I understand that vendors bring what they know is going to sell for the most part, so they bring blooming plants. I don't really think there were any plants there that weren't in bloom. So they were either in bud or in bloom, and that's what vendors typically bring to shows because that's what people want. Well, I'm one of those people that I look at the tag, I look at the parents, I look at the lineage, I look at all of that before deciding on whether or not I'm going to purchase a particular orchid. So I might be one of the few, I don't know, let me know down in the comment section. Are you guys one of those that looks at the parents and the lineage rather than just, ooh, pretty flowers? So let me know down below if you're like that whenever you go to shows. I did purchase one in bloom, so I can't really say that I don't appreciate the blooms because it does let you know what you're getting whenever the plant does decide to bloom. But I really, really do like the fact that I have a better variety, I guess. I don't know, because I feel like this is the season for Dendrobiums to bloom, so that's why there were so many at the show. I don't know. You guys let me know down below what you prefer to see at orchid shows. So that's why I made the recommendation that you should purchase your orchids in advance or ask a vendor to bring an orchid for you to purchase, which is what I did because I figured the vendor wouldn't have one because it's not really the blooming time for it just yet. So the first orchid that I got is a Cattleya. I almost said Dendrobium. Whoa. This is Cattleya dowiana var. Aria. You would not believe how hard this one was to find. I did find one on eBay. Kawamoto Orchids, very reputable seller. Wow, words are hard today. very reputable seller, but I could not, for the life of me, three different tries. I tried to win this Cattleya on eBay, and I get outbid at the last minute. Story of my life. Like, if there's an orchid that I don't want, nobody bids on it. But if there's an orchid that I want, it's like everybody and their grandmother and, you know, Queen Elizabeth wants the orchid and is going to bid on it at the last second. So I'm not one of those people that gets into a bidding war. If I get outbid, then I usually just let it go, because typically with bidding wars, they go until it reaches a ridiculous price, and that's what Kawamoto's were doing. They were reaching like $70 for a 4-inch pot size Cattleya Dowiana var aria by self. This one is a Cattleya Dowiana var aria. Probably doesn't really make any difference that Kawamoto's was by self. Maybe it does a little bit. I'm not sure. You guys can probably let me know down below if you do happen to know, but I don't really think it changes the color of the orchid too much. I don't know. So I got this one, which is just a regular old Cattleya Dowiana var aria, and it does have this new growing lead here, was just repotted, and I've never actually seen this orchid medium. I believe it is some sort of pumice or lava rock, only in like a gravel form, because it has lots of holes. It's very porous, so that's why I don't think it's straight granite. This is an orchid from Costa Rica and Panama, down there, you know, so it is a warm growing Cattleya like most other Cattleyas. So I don't know what the rock is for. I have to do a little bit more research and find out if this is more of a lithophyte or if it's more of an epiphyte. He just likes resting his head on my leg. He's comfortable right there. Now, I first saw the Cattleya Dowiana var aria a long time ago, and I always wanted it. And then I sort of lost interest. I wasn't as keen on finding one because I was more interested in other orchids. At the time, I was really interested in bulbophyllums, so I do have a lot of bulbophyllums. And now I'm more into the Cattleyas and the catasetums, so that is reflecting in my collection. So I do have way more catasetums and Cattleyas than any other orchid genera. Yeah, so they're just very, very beautiful, and the Cattleya Dowiana is known as the queen of the Cattleyas. That's a pretty prestigious award, and I think the orchid is totally deserving of it. It is beautiful. So my interest in the orchid was reinvigorated, I guess you could say, whenever the January issue of Orchids magazine came out. Look at that Cattleya Dowiana. Is it not amazing? Oh my god. It is so beautiful. I love that this species orchid has so much color, so much going on in it. That's why it's used a lot in crosses, of course. And of course it was named after Captain John Melmouth Dow in 1865. It was named after that gentleman. Originally discovered in 1850, and it was lost in cultivation because the gentleman that discovered the orchid, who was Joseph Rawix von Worswix. Wow. He discovered it in 1850, sent some plants back to Europe, but they ended up dying. So it was lost in cultivation for a while until 65? Yeah. So this magazine gives you the history of Cattleya Dowiana and all of its variations. There's a ton of variations. Next one on my list to purchase is the Cattleya Dowiana var Rosita. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh. So it has those rose-colored petals. Whoa, flipping you off there. I'm so sorry about that. It has the rose-colored petals and sepals and the dark burgundy magenta lip with the yellow veining in there. So, so pretty. That's why it is on my wish list. This one, though, that I picked up is Cattleya Dowiana var aria, so it'll probably look more like this one here, which is still just as beautiful, but definitely need more variations in my collection. I don't think you can have too many Cattleya Dowiana Bar Arias. They actually show in the magazine the different variations. So there are all the variations right there. Not all of them, but a lot of them, let's just say that. So here is where they are found in nature, right there. I just really, really love this magazine. I feel like I get a lot from it, and I want to do a monthly favorites video with these magazines and a few other items that I pick up and I really, really like. Of course, orchids that I really like. Pick one. That would be really hard, but pick one and feature it as my orchid of the month. So I'm thinking about doing that kind of video. I need your guys' opinions. Would you like to see something like that? It wouldn't be me just reading out of the magazine. I would pick like an article that I found particularly interesting and sort of summarize it for you guys. So let me know down in the comments section below if you would like that sort of thing. The next orchid and last orchid that I got is beautiful. I will put it as the picture for my thumbnail, and I'll also have a picture of it at the beginning and maybe at the end of this video so you guys can see, because I already cut the spike. So this is a vanda, as you can probably tell with all of the crazy roots. I love vandas, but I don't have any in my collection, and you guys were saying I need one in my collection. I love vandas, but at the same time I don't want to have a lot of them in my collection. It probably makes no sense, but these guys, I don't think they would do well over the winter time because my humidity gets so low and I don't have a greenhouse. I would definitely have more of these if I had a greenhouse, but because of the low humidity in my house in the wintertime, yeah, you get the point. So this is my very, very first vanda. It is a seedling vanda, and it bloomed for the first time. The gentleman that I purchased from Florida Suncoast Orchids brought it to the show, and I saw it and had to have it. Oh my gosh, it is lightly fragrant when it blooms, so I'm very excited to see its next bloom spike. You can see where I cut the previous bloom spike there. So because it is a first bloom seedling, they don't always look the best. So definitely better with age with orchids, just like a fine wine. So they really do get better as they age, and I'm hoping to see many, many beautiful blooms from this one. This is Vandanco Stylus. Wow. Vandanco. I don't know where I got that. Vandanco Stylus, Veneta, Florida Suncoast by Vanda, Mimi Palmer, Teo Boone Hyen. I'm not good with Chinese, so you guys can look at the tag, but I can barely do Latin. Don't ask me to pronounce Chinese or Japanese. I'm pretty sure that is Chinese right there. The Teo Boone something. I don't know. But anyways, so this one has beautiful, beautiful blooms, and it's growing on this wooden slat, almost like a, kind of like a window, which, like just a slatted window, which I think is a really, really good idea. So that way you're using less wood, and I mean, a toddler could make this. So I think I'm gonna make a few more of these using maybe like wood from a pallet or something, and mount a couple orchids this way. Especially if I get more vandas, I'll definitely be using this method, but it has this nice hook, and I've just been hanging it in my south-facing window because vandas, of course, they like a lot of light. And this one actually has a new leaf forming as well. And my partner in crime just left. I told you guys he doesn't really like to be on camera, so if you want to see a video with him in it, let me know down in the comment section below. If you want to see, like, maybe I'll do, you guys can ask me questions about him on Twitter, and I'll answer them, do like an answer video or something, which I've been wanting to do, but I don't feel like I have that many people that follow me to really ask questions on Twitter and get responses. So let me know down in the comment section if you'd like to see a video about him. He's actually really, really smart. He knows a lot of tricks, so it would be kind of fun to show on video, of course. So my Vanda and my Cattleya Dowiana were the only ones that I purchased. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a good old thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one in the future. And of course, follow me on Facebook and Twitter because I post pictures, blooming pictures of my orchids before I do videos. So I have a blooming picture of this one here, and I actually have some more blooming orchids in my collection that I need to do a video on. I've just been like super lazy. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later.